Hey everybody, welcome back to episode number 3 of Everything You Want to Know. In today's episode, we lightly talk some upgrades, I hand assemble some ceramic bearings from scratch, and I walk you through the disassembly and installation of an oversized system on the new Sram AXS. Stay tuned. So welcome back again. Like I said earlier, today's episode is all about performance upgrades, and it's something I'm really excited to do in front of you guys. And we're actually gonna be building bearings from scratch. So if you've ever wondered how a bearing is built, then today we're gonna get into that, and it's just gonna be like a fun time-lapse thing. But today's main focus is gonna be the disassembly of the new Sram AXS derailleur and the installation of an SLF oversized system. So we're gonna go ahead and take off the old cage, assemble the new cage, show you all the little bits, working pieces, and yeah, I'm excited to get started. A couple things I want to mention. There are a ton of companies out there offering ceramic product, from companies claiming to have the fastest bearings, the most efficient, the most durable, you name it, it's out there. And I feel this could really be a technical series all on its own, and we can go down so many different roads, talking and comparing manufacturers, and I can give you my insights. We can take them apart, break them, whatever we want. But if that's something you want, please request it. And yeah, maybe I can get a couple manufacturers to send me some product to destroy and disassemble and kind of geek out with you guys. But for now, we'll leave that alone and we'll just go into the time lapse. I'll put on my gloves, put the music on, and we'll put some balls in holes. So now with the bearings completed, you may have noticed that I only put in a minimal amount of grease on each bottom bracket bearing. The reason for this is performance. It's a very thin base lubricant, and this bike is really only going to be out for races, if not just a few shakedown rides before the races. So longevity for me on these parts isn't that big of an issue. It's more of I want the fastest setup possible for Annie. Does this require more maintenance in the long run? Yes, it definitely does. So if you're looking for like a longevity setup, then I for sure recommend doing 100% fill, a 75 to 100% fill of a heavier weight grease, instead of the 50% of a thin grease like I did on those bearings. But yeah, you really have to find out what's best for you. What are you going to be using this product for in the application, and how long or how many times do you want to service it? So for me, it doesn't matter. I can service it whenever I want. It's something I enjoy doing, but for the average user, consumer, it might be a pain in the butt. So, and then switching gears and talking, that's kind of ironic, switching. Anyways, moving on and talking about the pulley bearings. If you notice, when I was done putting those assembled, I didn't do anything to them. I didn't put any grease in there. That is because it requires oil. It's a very slow moving part. Actually, I think the pulley wheel is one of the slowest moving parts on the bicycle, next to like the headset and the pedals, of course. So it doesn't really need grease. So we're gonna do a couple thin drops of oil that comes supplied with the SLF Motion kit. And then after every other ride, I will just turn the bike on its side and put a couple drops in each bearing, keep them lubricated, and that's that. Now, if you're using ceramic pulley wheels for like an off-road application, then of course you want to use grease to keep all the dirt and gunk out. That really helps repel water, but again, for our application, it's all about speed and it's not really needed. Now we can roll into installing the SLF Hyperspeed system. Everything's done, pressed in. So now I'm just gonna grab the AXS derailleur, switch camera views. Let's get in and do the install. On the new Sram AXS, it's not like any other system before as to where you had like Shimano system, you have a pin here that you'd pull out and the whole cage comes off. They've actually put a special kind of nut on here that's like a key. And so Blake at SLF has designed his own tool that kind of fits in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this off. Actually, I'm gonna unwind the spring first. And there's a, yeah, the derailleur stop screw there. So I'll push the cage forward and it's number 2. And I'm just gonna remove the stop screw and set it aside. And now this should be able to unwind a little bit. Well, not much. This is a very interesting system. Oh, there it goes. So now with that nut off, now we can just wiggle this off. Maybe, yeah, there it goes. Now it unwinds. So, that's the internal guts of the new AXS. It's a pretty unique system actually, quite a large bead tension spring. But what's cool about this derailleur is actually like a hydraulic dampener. So it's not just a spring tension and that's it. They've actually put a little dampener in here that helps with like quick jerks. So now I'll take the new SLF cage and just reverse that process. Let's see here. Line up the spring hole. Yeah, cool. And then I need to wind this back quite a ways. Okay, so now with the cage on, now I'm just gonna go ahead and install the rotation stop screw. And this system just utilizes the stock Sram AXS screw. Now we can start to install everything else. So there, now you saw how it is to disassemble the AXS derailleur and install the SLF Hyperspeed system. Of course, it varies between different derailleurs and different speed systems that you want to install. But this one was pretty easy. I mean, it was a little bit different with the new lock nut configuration, but you know, I think they did a really good job making this derailleur, and I think Blake at SLF did an even better job of making a Hyperspeed system for it. So I'm really excited to actually get it on the bike and see how it does, like how it performs. But knowing Blake, he put a lot of time and effort into designing these products, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be just fine. So I hope to see you guys next week for episode number 4. We're going to talk a little bit about the hydration, how to clean it, why you should clean it beyond the obvious, yeah, storage solutions, all that stuff. And we're also going to be going into putting bits back on the frame, which I'm so excited to see this bike complete again. So thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. And as always, if there's anything you want to see specifically, please do not hesitate to let me know. And yeah, see you on the next one.